We get it asked all the time. What's the difference between a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter? And if you're a buyer in this market, you need to watch this quick minute video to learn the difference. My name is Chris Schwartz, this is Tim Loomis, and we are the owners of White Whale Real Estate.
So first things first, what's a pre-qualification? A pre-qualification is a method of figuring out how much you could potentially borrow. In this process, a client will provide basic financial information to a lender where the lender is going to then make an accurate estimate on how much you're able to borrow. The main aspect of a pre-qualification that's different is that it's going to be mainly verbal information that's given over the phone to your lender that you're working with.
All right, perfect. So moving along, a pre-approval is much like a pre-qualification, only the lender is still verifying all the financial documents that you've given them to determine your eligibility for that loan and to figure out how much you can actually afford. A pre-approval is a much more formal process and involves the utilization of verified documents to determine the actual estimates of what you can afford. When a lender is determining the eligibility for a potential borrower for a pre-approval letter, they will pull your information such as your credit report, pay stubs, tax returns, W-2s, and pretty much any other document that you've ever had in your entire life, this lender is going to want from you. So it is a very more thorough process. The advantage of having a pre-approval letter, though, is that you are actually going to have down to the penny on what you'll be able to afford as purchasing a home, and to be able to make sure that you're going to be comfortable with that monthly mortgage payment as well.
Yep, so what's the difference? The main difference then is that your pre-approval, you're going to be, it's a lot more verified. You're going to have to submit all of those documents like Chris just said, and then at the end of the day, you're going to have that pre-approval letter. So this is a much more trustable indication of what you're able to borrow as opposed to a pre-qualification. And at the end of the day, when you make an offer on your first home, your second home, your investment home with White Whale Real Estate, you're going to have a leg up on the competition because it's going to show that seller exactly how much you have in a very credible way.
Exactly, and that you've already gone through the process to make sure that you're in that position to be a strong and qualified buyer. At the end of the day, just make sure before you do start your home search to get a pre-qualification letter or pre-approval letter so you and your real estate agent can know exactly how much you can afford. And the big advantage, like Tim was saying, is when you do decide to submit your offer and you do have a pre-approval, the seller is going to be more likely to accept yours than somebody else that submitted a pre-qualification because of all the verification you've already gone through, and it's just a more credible offer. And another big bonus is that the mortgage process is going to be much smoother throughout because you've already given them a lot of the information that they are going to need in the long run.
We like things to go smoothly, so definitely get pre-qualified or pre-approved, and if there's anything that we can do to help you, reach out to us anytime. Our phones are always on.